that's the thing. It's what we were talking about not having history. I remember I was talking about this quite passionately last season.
We don't have
Our history is history is not preserved.
Yeah.
I mean, even in the men's football, never mind
at all.
in women's football, it's not preserved. So how do we break that, in your opinion?
You know, I'm sitting at home one day and I'm watching Banyana Banyana play and I'm looking at Thembi Kgatlana.
Yeah.
She's wearing jersey number 11. And I'm asking myself, this lady, does she know where does that number 11 come from?
Exactly.
Yeah. You know, one day I would love to have a chat with Thembi.
Yeah.
You know, just give her a bit of history, behind that number jersey, because I respected that number 11 a lot.
Wow, it's a coincidence that we're number 11. Wow, hey, the football gods are nice to us tonight.
You know, so when I'm looking at her, and she doesn't know, like, who's
And probably if she did, and probably the rest of the team, if they knew the struggles that yes, they're also having their own struggles. But if they knew where you guys came from, wearing that jersey probably would mean even more right now.
Exactly.
To think, you know what, I'm not only representing myself here. I'm representing my family, my country, but I'm also representing the people who wore this before me.
Yeah, I'm not here because of myself.
Yes, I'm here because of
other people who risked everything.
Yeah,
to give me the opportunity to even do this thing.
I played for the national team for 14 years. Banyana Banyana.
Wow.
I was there forever. Whether injured or not, when I'm injured, I will receive that a call up to come and join the team as a non-traveling reserve, because we didn't have resources at home. I don't have money to go for physio. So when I'm with the national team in camp, because I got injured playing for them, and then
at least they can
treat me.
Okay. Well, that was nice of them at least.
It was nice, but heartbreaking at the same time, you know, because
you're thinking, well, if I could afford to do this myself. So it's almost like they were trying to hide their shortfalls of not being able to take care of it.
You don't know. Not in that fashion.
Okay.
I'm with the national team in camp.
Okay.
I'm a non-traveling reserve.
Yeah.
Got injured, and South Africa is hosting Africa Cup of Nations, WAFCON. We are playing for Sloras. That led to a stampede again. You still remember the stampede that took place in Fosloras?
Yes.
Where a lot of people got hurt when we were playing against Nigeria in the final.
Yeah.
So that was the end of my career, actually, in 2000.
Yeah. So
when I was there in the national team in camp, so I apparently varabam ka lightning, because my knee just snapped. And
out of nowhere.
Yeah, and then I teared both ligaments. And we're playing on Friday, Africa Cup of Nations, first game. We've been in camp for months. I got a scholarship in Alabama, USA. I'm supposed to leave after the Africa Cup of Nations.
And then you've got this career-ending injury.
Yeah, career.
Just like that.
Yeah, just like that. So I'm in camp with them. They playing the games, then we're traveling in one bus, you know. And then when we come back, there's this somebody who came in the dressing room. I promise if you guys win this game, I'm gonna give you bonuses, maybe 5,000 each. And for the first time, like, we were like, wow, $5,000. Hey, that's a lot, you know. So I'm not part of it. And I've been camping with the team. On the eve of the tournament, I got injured. And everything that they have received, I never even got to have maybe even a single $1 from that man.
Wow, guys. What are we doing?
You know, and this goes to our point somewhat, where we say, we think today football is there's a lifestyle attached to it.
Yeah. That's the problem.
So people become footballers for the lifestyle.
Yeah.
Because they can play.
Not because they are...
But football, there was that generation where football was...
Yeah, it didn't matter. I just want to play. Yeah, that's it.
And it meant more than just or even a trophy, or putting your country's jersey on meant more than even you didn't even think about sometimes, like, okay, Isha can get paid. I mean, you started something and never got recognized for it. Not even with like monetary, nothing. But every day you said, hey,
I'm still going back
because this is something
this is what I love.
Like you say, there's that fire,
Do you think maybe that's a disadvantage? Because now these administrators see that no, these people will do anything to play, so we can exploit them as much as we want.
We went to, like, they gave us a bounced check. Ne?
Oh my
Then
God. A bounced check.
When we got to the airport, and then we were like, no, man.
Yeah.
Nee, man, let's go to a travel exchange.
Yeah.
Let's exchange it now before we go.
Yeah, before we go. So that when we get there, we are sorted.
When we got there, we all come back. 500, nearly 500 or 400. Then when we get there, then we are like, no, we are not boarding into that plane. Oh, we are sitting there on the benches, or Tambo, and we are not boarding to that plane. And I think it was a World Cup qualifier against Nigeria. We're supposed to go to Nigeria. We are like, we ain't going there. No ways.
Who's president of SAF at the time?
It's Natasha. Oh, it's Mulifi Olifan. I think that the Mulifi.
Yeah. Hey, those who like him, excuse my sigh, but hey, man.
Yeah.
But we back then we couldn't like point out to who's the problem, because everybody at face value, like, they gave us, like, don't worry guys, like there was something that they will say
to
that will
motivate,
change our mind to go and play, because we are going to travel.
Jesus.
Who doesn't want to travel? We are going to travel. We go a free ticket to USA, England.
And I'm sure for you guys as players, you're thinking, if we go there, I perform well, or we perform well, I can win a contract.
Somebody will see you, you know.
Scout,
And then it doesn't happen, and then we come back again. Then you work hard as twice, and then you want to be part of the national team. They call you again. Same thing happened. We travel, we come back. You don't have nothing. So, thinking that today, like, I didn't expect us as a country to experience that saga that took place before Banyana Banyana went off to.
Yes, now
like the payments and whatnot. Yeah. I mean, we should be long past that.
And that's my point. If you guys were experiencing it, why are these girls experiencing it now?
That's the problem. The history. It's not there. Baba ngoba come.
So they think maybe it's the first time it's happening, or
like, because they don't have the history. I should be talking to the strikers. Like, we don't want to be part of the national team. We want to be part of, like, there's a lot of former group, my 93 group.
Yeah.
A lot of them, they did your C license. I also hold a C, just did my C license. I'm working towards my B license.
Right.
And then we have your feelers toilers, a lot of them. Just to mention those, Mot Kumalo currently this afternoon, Banyana, the interim team, was playing against Swatini, Kosafa. Yeah. This afternoon, apparently, Anamunati and Mot Kumalo, those are also my teammates. Lydia Munyepao, CEO of SAFA, also my former teammate in the national team. Desiree, head coach, you know. Yeah. Like, it's good for us to see, but it shouldn't be a specific certain individuals.
Exactly.
You know, there's supposed to be a database and push each and every individual, especially with us, because we are still very much involved. You know, the reason I told you that I started with the ladies soccer team, I didn't wake up and say, "Mina ngifuna ukuba ne-team." It just happened one day. I was sitting and then I like, how do I tell my story? I'm a photo angaka. Yo, like tangible proof. Like what? Like I have like I'm a paper bag, like and I'm sitting with this young guy, Pashin, like he's a colleague of mine, and they're like, hey, Dega, when I'm
Exactly.
More, and like he wanted to know each and every photo, like when he was collecting all the information that I was telling him, and I was like, no, you need to do something. You can't just do it for a minority community, which is the offenders.
Yeah.
You know, because like there's people outside who needs to know who are you. Joe.
Exactly.
Like you've been there, I've been everywhere, I've done it all, Joe. And no, like people don't even realize that. Even the people that are close to me, they don't know like you. Who are you?
Yeah, they don't really grasp or
You know, like that is why I get most people buy Khabo. And so, like my recommendation, I would love to see more of us who started this thing, like for real, like because, like I'm saying, like we are very much involved. We don't need to be spoon-fed or like to be pushed to certain positions.
Sure.
Like allocate us, like according to what is it that you can offer.
You can,
to
100%.
development, not for the organization or for
to
the
develop the young girls who are
for
coming
the
up.
development. Hence, I started with the ladies soccer team because I thought it's very much relevant with me. Because like I need to give it back to a girl child because it's pointless for me being like in women's football all my life and started the women's football and then go for the guys. Not Woody, maybe young tall, but I'm relevant. You know?
Of course, yeah.
So I got these young girls door to door, and then parents, and then Shapu in a small community in the east of Pretoria, Barkerefil.
Okay.
So I'm working in Sonarwater. So I started with like approaching the parents, like I hear your kid can kick the ball and I can use my name. I can use my brand name and maybe go to Spa, and buy a kit for them, and then we have a team.
Exactly.
You know, that's how I started. And I thought this thing it's gonna manage itself. I mean, push a life. I know that I've done something. At least there's a ladies team in Refile that is playing. Then I registered them in the promotional league, and then they won the league, got promotion to regional league. That's the team that I was telling you about. A very good team, good players. Like some of them, like they remind me of myself back then when I was still young, because the talent is there, and I'm very good in spotting talent and identifying like a young girl that Azizu, you know.